Eating dinner as a family is a vital factor of family unity. It brings all members of a family together at the end of the day after spending time apart, and it provides a specific time of the day where communication and bonding between family members can be encouraged. Whether it's ranting about an unfair teacher or boasting about an A-plus paper, this period of sharing allows parents to have a better insight on how their child is doing, and it promotes healthy relationships in which communicating with one another is expected. More often than not, families nowadays neglect the values of sharing quality time with one another over meals. Parents and guardians will often choose to not cook dinner, and this leads to eating fast food. Whether parents are lazy and don't want to cook, can't find the time, or don't know how, their children usually end up eating meals in the back seat of a car. Family unity is an incredibly important concept that should be instilled in the core values of every healthy family. For various reasons, family unity is not held to as high of a standard as it was in the past. While society is changing, this does not mean that the value of family unity has to change as well. Eating as a family is one of the best ways to promote this concept of family unity. Many people don't realize it, but only 28% of today's adults with children under the age of 18 reported that they eat dinner as a family every night of the week. This is down from the 37% who responded in 1997. These statistics show how families are eating meals together less and less, and this proves the harsh reality of the drop in the importance of family unity. Another shocking statistic, in a study performed by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, shows the average truancy rate of 15-year-old students in a 2-week period was evaluated. On average, the truancy rate was about 15%, but students reported that they did not eat dinner with their families on a regular basis. This shows that spending time together over family dinners directly correlates with a child's performance in school. The correlation comes from the instillment of values in a child's life that can occur at the dinner table. As stated, the number of families who eat dinner together on a regular basis is dropping each year due to the influx in more time-efficient alternatives. While it may be true that a trip to the drive-thru may save a family some time, the negative connotations that come with these time-saving alternatives far outweigh the pros. Not eating dinner at home is not the only problem that is presented as the importance of family dinner falls. If a family attends a sit-down dinner at a restaurant, the value of spending time over a meal still exists. It is when parents and guardians do not want to take the time out of their day to make a meal and share it with their children. Studies have shown that nearly a third of U.S. children from the ages of 4 to 19 consume fast food on a regular basis, and this increases the risk of childhood obesity dramatically. The childhood obesity percentage has reached an astounding 20%. This has almost tripled in the last quarter century, and fast food is much to blame for it. Eating dinner as a family has so many more pros than cons. Families that share meals together every night have a much better chance of being a more close-knit and healthy family. Unfortunately, the importance of eating together as a family has decreased drastically in recent years. This is something that people should truly be more aware of so that individuals are able to encourage and foster the concept of sharing meals together and placing a higher societal importance on family unity. This appeal should apply basically to adults who have children because they are the ones who are capable of making the change. When adults tell their children that they must attend family dinner, they start a chain reaction. Children are told, do what they are told, and they will carry these values on to their families in the future. I propose that this problem can be fixed by placing a higher societal importance on interactions of family through strategies implemented on social media and in the mainstream marketplace. The media could do things that hold family to a high standard, such as airing more family-oriented television shows and broadcasting the importance of spending time with one another on social media outlets such as Facebook and Twitter. When people see the media advertising the importance of family relations, they are much more likely to aspire to attain that as well. Reaching out to advertisers is going to make the biggest impact in resolving this issue. Advertisements are all around us, and if advertisements we see are more centered around spending time with the family, then we too will aspire to attain that family unity that comes along spending time with the family over dinner. This change in advertisement would be a good way to start the trend of increased value placed specifically on family dinners. Instead of having millions of advertisements on billboards, radio stations, and TV about fast food restaurants, advertisers could start promoting the importance of eating dinner at home and sharing the time with the loved ones. If advertisers are able to make family dinners more appealing than the cheaper, less healthy alternatives, then a change can be set into motion and an increase in families sharing meals together will occur. There are many different ways this can be executed, from changing the nature of billboards on the highway to having television producers air more family-oriented TV shows, to having social media outlets. These will all be effective ways of delivering information to the public about how it is important for families to share time with one another. This is something that should be held to high importance to advertisers, not only because it is something that everyone should care about, but also because it is a way for advertisers to make money. If organizations and individuals can be convinced to pay a small amount more in their taxes or give donations so that this can be made possible, then advertisers will be much more willing to implement this change in the manner of advertisements that will lean more towards the promotion of lifestyle that encourage the concept of family unity. In an attempt to convince the public how important it is to foster this promotion of family unity, the government could potentially provide tax breaks to those who help fund these advertisements. Whether the funds come in the form of donations or funding from large corporate organizations, the government could reward those who support this campaign with tax breaks, and this would be a major incentive for people to support these campaigns. This rise in taxes for the public would be worth it because not only would people be helping themselves out because they would become exposed to the advertisements in their own everyday lives, but they would also be able to live with the comfort that other families across the country are also benefiting from all of the advertisements that exist. If we are all exposed to these advertisements, then they will hopefully be able to make a positive impact on our society as a whole, and this will take us one step closer to a stronger and happier nation with citizens who understand and implement the concept of family unity in their everyday lives. Hopefully, this plea for advertisers to start making their advertisements more centered around eating with the family and for television producers to also start filming and airing more family-oriented television shows will truly make an impact on Americans and help us to bring back the concept of family unity into today's culture. If people can start placing a higher importance on eating dinner with the family, then they will ultimately be able to strengthen the bonds between family members that will be able to last for a lifetime.